Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and we're in the 3.5. Oh, knocked over my Treant. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we're on the Treant. So that's where we're trying to come up with something like this. Okay. So what I have here is a rough form with a face on it, and we're going to paint this whole thing brown. So because it's such a large area and just using the cap's not enough, I'm going to get a little plastic shot glass and put some paint in it to make my life a little easier. Then if I need to add water, it won't be such a big burden. I probably won't need to add water on this. I want a thin, dry, thick, dry coat. And we don't have to cover every inch of every square little spot of black. That's not going to be crucial. But we do want to do a semi-good job and make it look like we put in some kind of effort. Now, I want my treant, I'm thinking to be like some kind of swampy looking tree. I have a lot of treants, by the way. I have like 3 or 4 treants. So, and I have one thing I call the corrupted treant too, which is like this horrible thing with a giant face on it. But so I need to do something different than what I already have. So I think I'm going to do something like something with moss and vines and for mine, but you do yours how you want. You know, and I think you could literally make 3 trees exactly like this in shape and just get completely different results with the way you paint them and flock them and decorate them and stuff. So, you know, you could, and you'd be hard pressed to see they were the same one, really, I bet. It's all about, you know, how much effort you put into the flair. Is that the right term? Flair? I don't know. Let me know down below. Say, hey, you're an idiot. And I very well may be. I'm not sure how good of a job I did hitting this with the rattle can, but that's okay. We'll try to make up for it now. Brown, brown, brown. I think we got it pretty good, as far as I can tell. I don't know the name of the dude that sings it, but there's a song on YouTube. Well, I guess it's probably more than just on YouTube. That's just where I saw it. But he's like, I got no more F's to give. My F wells runneth dry and stuff. He's playing it on maybe a banjo or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But it just popped into my head, and it's kind of a funny little deal. It's not something you want stuck in your head at work, unless your work's cool with that. Okay. Whew. That was the big part there. He's not completely dry. That's okay. Let's get some cardboard. I'm getting a medium brown, a reddish brown. This is called chocolate bar. And I'm getting another brown called melted chocolate. It's a medium brown as well, but it has no red in it. So I'm going to start with the melted chocolate. And I'm going to get a bake-up brush that's soft. I'm going to rub that, get that on there. I'm going to rub that around on the base. I'm just trying to create some variation of ground cover there. Okay. And I'm not going for perfection, as I never am. I'm going to get some of the wet and rub around on that and grab that too. And now that I've lightened that up a little bit, I'm going to put that away. Now I'm going to get that reddish brown color of the chocolate bar. And with this, I'm going to try to touch the roots on the ground a little bit in the tree. Okay, something like that. And then I think we're done with that color. I'm going to get my chestnut color, which is a step down from there. It's an orangish brown. But until then, first I'm going to dry this guy off. And he's fairly dry as it is. Now, while I was doing that step, I noticed a couple little things I didn't like. So on the side of his face right here, there's a little spot where some of the hot glue got baking soda on it, where I didn't cut off a spider web well enough. And I saw one somewhere else I didn't like. I can't seem to see it now. Okay. It's gone then. We'll call it gone. All right, so I'm going to get a bigger brush for this part. And I'm going to get that chestnut. And I'm just trying to hit it evenly everywhere. And it won't be perfect, and that's okay too. Okay. Now I'm getting a really light color. This is khaki. Oh, mistakes were made. Got a little bit on my thumbs over there. All right, that's enough of that. Get that khaki and mix that in. Like that. We're doing that in less frequent kind of spots than with the other. Then we're going to set this off to the side for now. So get yourself something like a crappy brush like this. It's all beat up and chewed. And get a green color you like. A dark green for me. I'm getting my ivy green color. It's like an olive drab. I'm going to get some cardboard. I'm going to get in here. And I'm going to shove it down in some holes and stuff. And in some places where I'd like it to be. Because remember, mine's going to be like a swampy tree. Okay. So now I'm going to get some more of that khaki. And I'm going to get a really light gray called granite gray. And this might be too light for what I'm trying to accomplish, but we'll see in just a moment here. Okay. Okay, so let's do the base, a little bit of base work we have left. I'm gonna get my favorite color in the entire world, and that's pavement. I'm gonna do these rocks. I'm going to dry those off. And I just want you to look here. If you look up close, you can see where the green is. It kind of comes through under that dry brush, and it gives it kind of like a old and rotted, gross look, even though this is not a dead tree, but it's been in the swamp and it's been suffering. So I'm going to get another piece of cardboard. I'm going to get my little dry brush I was using earlier. I'm going to get a little bit of this elephant paint here. Elephant gray. Make sure that brush is pretty dry. Grab some of that. Okay, I'm going to touch these rocks with that. And I'm just going to hit that ground a little bit more. Then I'm going to get that same brush. And I'm going to get Arbor Green, which is a really dark green. And I'm going to do a little bit of that on the base with this too. Because I don't want the base to look like my normal woodland base. I'm going to get one more light color of gray. And I'm just going to use that granite with whatever's in my brush. I'm going to mix that around and dry that off. I'm going to hit some spots on the ground. I'll brush on those roots a little bit. I'm just going to hit a couple spots on the tree with it. Here and there. Something like that. Cool. Alright. I need this still. I'm a dumbass. I'm going to flock him. But I'm going to come back in a part 3 to do his foliage and his vines. Because I don't want to make these videos so long that people lose interest. I noticed that on my hour-long paints, which I thought people that just like to listen to shit in the background would watch, they don't seem to get any views. So that's what I do. That's what I get for trying my own thoughts. That's a mistake every time. All right. I want a good bit of block on here. I want this base to look exciting and vibrant. So what I'm going to do is, for the first time, I'm going to use my green flock, my bright green flock. Then I'm going to come back. And I'm using a little thicker glue than I normally use here. Okay? I usually try to keep it kind of thin, but I'm thick. This is thick and chunky. Okay. And I have my own flock that I made. This is just made out of a little bit of different, whatever the hell I have. You know, there's sawdust and all the other flocks I've had over the years that I've scooped into it that are green. All right, so there we go. So this will be a good start for us to get going, and then we'll do the like I said, the vines and the foliage in a part 3. So please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave me a comment, buy some miniatures, not these miniatures, the real Dungeon Swag miniatures from www.dungeon- or dungeon-dash.com. It's just the line. Come on. And join us on Discord, paint with us, hang out with us, play some games with us. That'd be awesome. Show us your work, we'll show yours. See you next time.